Stephen Miller is fully aware of this. That's why they hate him. He was a former senior advisor in the White House. He joins us tonight. Stephen Miller, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Look, I think for normal people, they tend to be very literal. So, COVID's a real disease, killed a lot of people. Everyone wants to be safe. Okay, we'll hear you out. Refugees, Americans are big-hearted. They want to help the people who helped us. They want to help in general. They want to do the right thing. I don't think a lot of normal Americans of both parties see that there is a political motive behind these policies, but there clearly is.
Well, what we are witnessing right now, Tucker, is the greatest bait and switch of all time. Joe Biden callously played on America's sympathies for a small core of Afghans who worked closely in difficult conditions with American troops, left all those people nearly in Afghanistan, and then in their stead brought over 100,000 randomly selected Afghan nationals, and he is not bringing them to the United States through any lawful process or through any lawful vetting channels. And my sources inside of government are very clear that most of these individuals, when you run a background check, it comes up blank. They're ghosts. Nobody knows who they are. Of course, if they'd worked for the U.S. government, when you take their fingerprints, it'd come up right away. But there's no matches because they didn't work for the government and nobody knows who they are. But it gets worse. I have also been informed very credibly that this is the beginning, not the end, of the refugee resettlement operation. As we speak, the Biden administration is making preparations through its foreign consulates and missions to accept in an open-ended, unending way Afghan nationals who leave the country and apply at any U.S. mission around the globe. Mostly that'll be happening in Pakistan. Again, they will bypass lawful visa channels and, if necessary, abuse and, in fact, violate a law known as parole, which is meant for very exceptional case-by-case circumstances, and bring these individuals into the country with no real vetting and no real knowledge of who they are. But more important than all of this, Tucker, is common sense. If you bring in several provinces worth of individuals from Afghanistan, you will replicate the conditions in Afghanistan here in the United States of America and all the horrors that entails.
Which is why I think Martha's Vineyard is a perfect place for them to go. The island's big enough for 100,000 Afghan refugees, and if the people on that island can afford to help, they say they care. Every single Afghan refugee should be moved to Martha's Vineyard tonight.
Open their homes, open their clubs, open their private schools, open their private dinner clubs, all of it.
Amen. Tonight. Stephen Miller, I appreciate your coming on tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.